it's going to be interesting to see who's kind of the aggressor and engager, and I feel like that's going to be Neptune. I feel like Neptune will be the one that's going to maybe put himself out there a little bit more and try to do peak shots and then try to press that advantage and go for the kill.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you. I think Neptune's definitely going to be the aggressor here. Definitely going to be feeling confident after his win against Renegade as well. So here we go. Grand finals time. $1,000 on the line for the winner. Winner takes all, of course, in these tournaments here. Quick reminder to everyone, if you want to get involved in these tournaments and play against some of these players, test your skills out, head over to teambeyond.net and get signed up. But early on, I'm starting off with Neptune here. He's going to be taking on Scaryotic and gets the first kill once again, and that is going to bag him an overshield.
Yep, free OS. Now he has to worry if Scaryotic is going to spawn in tower. He does not know that for sure, but now Scaryotic gave away his position over at blue plat, so that's going to be a free camo. I expect Neptune to go for that first, but we talked about before, there's going to be times where he's going to first try to secure a kill rather than going for the power-up, and that was an example of one of those periods of time. I think a lot of other players would have realized as soon as they saw a player over at blue plat, they may have just kind of given up on that engagement and went straight for the power-up, but looks like Neptune tries to press that luck and press that advantage a little bit further, and that's going to net him his second kill.
Yeah, aggression as well. You saw as soon as he got that first shot onto his opponent there, Scaryotic, he pushed that kill straight away. Yes, he had the advantage of the camouflage and he had a slither of overshield too, but I think that's what we're going to see a lot of here from Neptune. You can see him pushing, trying to find Scaryotic, and aware of that spot that Scaryotic is using as well. So interesting to see if he did watch that previous game as well, just to maybe scope out a few positions that Scaryotic likes to hide in when he doesn't have these advantages.
And it's going to be tough to not have advantages when you have the power-ups, you have the position, everything going for you. Looks like he's going to eventually clear that one off, get his third kill on the board against Scaryotic, and this is a strong lead here for Neptune. Looks like he's trying to get that spawn trap over at blue. Does not get it. Looks like he spawns over at tower. That was a bit unexpected for Neptune. You saw Neptune almost fully expecting or assuming that player's going to spawn over on blue plat.
Nice shots there from Scaryotic as well. Taking down. Neptune comes straight back out though, and hits the perfect, and that is aggression, that is confidence. And Scaryotic, you know, just takes that moment to look away, and he gets made to pay there. Well, something interesting I noticed there where Neptune picked up the previous kill just before he was looking for that spawn trap. Interesting to see him standing still for a second there. I wonder if he was just holding back to see exactly when Scaryotic was going to be spawning before he was popping out once again.
Yeah, that could be a high potential. I mean, there's spawn influence here in Halo 5, where if you are looking in the direction of a spawn point when you have direct line of sight to it, you will negatively influence that spawn point. So there's gonna be times where, yeah, that split second, if you pop out ahead of time before that player spawns, you will almost certainly block that player from spawning in that spawn point. So that could have absolutely been what you called out, Mark. So great catch there.
Next set of power-ups then, much different to what we saw last time on this map between Scaryotic and his opponent. That game was tied up at 1-1 at that point. This is 5-1 in favor of Neptune, and look at this again, just hunting down his opponent. He's just seen Scaryotic as well pick up that overshield, so I'd expect Neptune, the way that we've been seeing him play so far, to be aggressive still with this, and you can see he's trying to spot out Scaryotic, gets the double jump as well, gets the stick, and should get the finish as well. That's just insane individual skill from this young man.
I also liked how, first off, he went and acquired that plasma grenade. Secondly, he jumped towards the beginning of that engagement just to kind of mask his footsteps a bit more. Generally, a player looking for someone with like ammo, you're looking for that player on equal ground with you. You aren't looking for someone flying through the air because that, you know, there's such a small window of opportunity at time where that player is going to be up in the air like that. So just all around perfect play there from Neptune.
See him as well, trying to get the jump on Scaryotic again does, so I wouldn't be surprised to see him challenge as soon as he gets that first shot on his opponent. Always looking to press that advantage, immediately looking for the spawn trap as well, and the DMR shots. He's fired 10 shots, and he's got 10 kills. 10 kills? 2 kills with them. It's not that easy. He's not using a Nornfang or something like that. That's 15.
In a row, back to back to back, and he gets that spawn trap we keep talking about. Let's see if he tries to look over at red plat again. He does look at red plat. Is he about to? Oh, so I told you it wasn't that good, man. See, he didn't get.
Nah, Neptune's washed. Neptune's washed. He missed some shots. What do you do against that though when you're coming off spawn? Like 15 shots fired, 3 kills. That's just. It's so demoralizing to know that if you don't hit every single one of your bullets, you can't afford to make one mistake because Neptune will make you pay. And at this point, the spawn trap is getting
and again. Let's see if he does it one more time. Looking for a red flag. Sees him, gets the shot, and you also can't blame Scary for jumping out and challenging because it's like you're on pretty equal footing. Not when you're clambering up like that. You're going down a shot when you clamber up, but you know, Scaryotic makes up for it with hitting a nice perfect 5. But the whole point I was gonna say is you can't fully blame Scaryotic for, you know, run out there and challenge him either, because time's not on his side right now. Scaryotic just needs to start putting some kills on the board. He needs to have some sort of miraculous comeback, or he just needs to end this game soon and move on to game 2 anyways. So
1 kill to go.
yeah, I'm trying to think. If I was in Scaryotic's shoes right now, I might be that kind of guy that would try to ice him a bit. By that I mean might just start hiding for the last few kills and stuff like that. When this comes to like tournament setting and money on the line, you have to play for the win. You have to figure out what's gonna do is possibly throw off your opponent, and I feel like that is a very valid strategy here in like a game like this. Like Neptune's clearly on fire with a shot, wants to keep fighting some shots, wants to keep fighting fights as fast as he can, and so maybe denying him that, letting him kind of cool off for a few minutes might be one of the keys to it. Or if Scaryotic feels like he needs to get his shot on fire by challenging more, maybe it's okay to challenge. But I'm always a big proponent. If things aren't working, switch it up, and things are not working for Scaryotic right now.
I mean, I could make this interesting, Dave, right now.
Yeah, who do you think is gonna win now? Yeah, you can make a real you make a prediction right here.
I can make this one interesting, but I'm gonna hold my cards close to my chest until there's 1 kill to go and someone's up 3-0 in the series. Obviously, the overshield going to be on this map as well. We're starting off with Scaryotic here, down 1 in the series. His shield's taken down early on as well, so that should be a free overshield here to Neptune, and it is going to be a free overshield here to Neptune. And this is the only power-up on the map here. So Scaryotic's going to have to just run away at this point, try and work down that overshield, keep himself alive. But it's going to be pretty difficult. We've seen how Neptune's played this one before, always looking to take the aggressive option when he can.
Yeah, taking the aggressive option, Neptune's side, Scaryotic realizing that he was a bit down in that initial fight, and he actually got scared enough to the point where he didn't want to challenge that OS. I think a lot of players, despite even being down a shot or two, would have still potentially contested that first overshield. It's really tough to try to just give that up for free. I shouldn't say for free, but like to try to back down and have that willpower to realize, all right, I'm down enough in the fight, I should not contest this anymore. And I'm not sure where most players draw that line. A lot of players don't have that line drawn anywhere, so props to Scaryotic first off for having that line somewhere.
Yeah, he's done a great job here, Scaryotic, as well, considering that Neptune had that plasma pistol. He managed to avoid the plasma pistol shot and work down that overshield as well to take him down. So great job here from Scaryotic. Now he has top middle control. Neptune going to be taken down to no shields, and I like this from Scaryotic, trying to be aggressive to finish off this kill. You can see he's aware that his opponent might have had some sticky grenades there, so didn't have to over-challenge that kill. Neptune now peeking out again, top middle, and Neptune again winning the pistol battle. And a few extra shots there, which he doesn't normally need to use, just to let Scaryotic know about that one.
Well, I think it might have been an answer from the previous game. I think, you know, after Neptune won a few of the fights,
scary.
Give me some way that he gets in his head. Look at that, like Scaryotic shooting his body. Like I said, switch something up, get in the other player's head. That's all fair, and you know, it's all within the game. So I think that's a perfectly reasonable thing to do, to try to throw your opponent off and catch them off guard.
So Scary went in a big 1v1 there against Neptune after Neptune won the one before. Scary going to take down the no shields here, and he's going to be forced away. And this is an important moment of the game, because these few seconds right now that Scaryotic is not in the game means that Neptune is going to be positioned down bottom middle. Might be in position to get that overshield as well. Challenge comes in here from Scary, and Neptune wins that battle just a millimeter away from hitting that headshot. But that is going to be 2-all now, and the overshield going to Neptune.
I think Scaryotic also hit that bottom center area as well, so I think that was one of the reasons why he missed the headshot. I think he was on his head, but I think there was just that little archway on the bottom center that he hit. So, bit unfortunate on the player where he needed to be, but not hit the shot.
Ooh, Scaryotic nearly turned that one around on Neptune there when Neptune still had some overshield to work with. So, Neptune now moving towards top middle. Has that plasma pistol as well, so trying to position himself appropriately. You can see he's just spotted out Scaryotic there. Scaryotic pushing the advantage again. Trying to finish off this kill. Grenade comes in. Doesn't get any contact with that one. Now he's going to be moving up top mid. Neptune's so comfortable with any of these battles. Wait for Scary to drop. But Scaryotic wins that battle, and again, a few extra bullets here. Just to check that he's not breathing anymore.
Yeah, it's a bold play, especially when you got, you know, kind of slapped during that first game. Is a rough one, but I'm not sure. It depends on the player. Some players you can get in their head, you know, sometimes shooting their body or something like that might get in their head, make them play worse. Other players, I think sometimes it ends up throwing another log on the fire, ends up making them play better, makes them, you know, just have something more invested in the match. A lot of times when players can get emotional, kind of ride that adrenaline high, they definitely play better. I know I've been one of those players in the past.
Yeah, I was one of those players when I played as well. I'll never forget it. As soon as someone teabagged me or extra bullets, that was it. That became war for me then. That wasn't just a game of Halo, that was proving everything. Neptune up top middle here. 7-3 up, and again, an impressive lead for him. Control top middle for a fair amount of this game as well, and you can see Scaryotic jumping up to top middle. However, the overshield going to be important now, and Scaryotic loses another battle there. Neptune just seems to be so good at just hitting that final headshot and clutching up in those fights.
Yeah, and just running away with this one at this point. I mean, just gets that killing spree with a combo hit right there. Blocking spawns over at the opposite face. Knows he's over at blue now. Does get the hit. Gets the OS. Does not get it. What a great challenge from Scaryotic. Just reading that situation perfectly. Understand that Neptune was probably just going to be a little lackadaisical. Probably just going to grab that overshield without really even thinking about the inputs and punishing for it. Because there was a lot of different things that Neptune could have done in that situation. But you just don't expect someone like that to challenge. You just assume, oh, I had this player one shot. I'm about to grab OS. Like, they're not going to jump out and, like, four-shot me.
The funny thing about that was the next battle, Scaryotic had the height advantage, had the first shot, and Neptune somehow managed to win that one from down low. So, just as quickly as something good started going for Scaryotic, something bad happened pretty much immediately after it. So 10-4 the score at the moment, commanding lead once again, and you just worry in 1v1s when this score kind of gets to this 4 to 6 kill lead. I really feel like it's almost too much to come back from, just because of the fact that you can buy so much time if you have that lead on your side, just by running away, just by keeping yourself alive.
Well, yeah, yes and no. I would say that does hold more true on something like here on Regret, where you don't have the luxury of having like a power up and like sniper to help kind of carry you through that next lead. But at the same time too, you notice a lot of these spawn traps these players have. I mean, Empire, it's not like Neptune got that, you know, significant spree or lead just based on only the power-ups. It felt like he was able to get a nice spree from getting that spawn trap play, and there's, you know, a decent spawn trap here on Regret where you see these players, you know, standing top middle, waiting until the other player spawns and jumping up to challenge them over at red 2 or blue 2, depending on which side that they blocked.
Scaryotic here going to be challenged by Neptune. Big battle down bottom mid, and Neptune wins it again, pressing that advantage, dropping off bottom mid, making sure that Scaryotic could not get away. And again, now it's going to be about the overshield. The overshield coming up pretty soon, and Neptune pushing aggressively P1 as well. Going to pick up that kill as well, and that should give him the overshield. Looks like he might be delaying this one, but smart play. Picks it up early, push that advantage. Use this, close this game out, go up 2 in the series.
Yeah, I think it was part delay, part forced spawn, and there's Scaryotic just kind of giving up, and that's a bit disheartening to see. I mean, there's $1,000 on the line. I guess he is at a position where it's, you know, I wouldn't say impossible, but it's going to be near impossible to come back to, against a player of Neptune's caliber in a scenario like that. But yeah, I think at the same time too, you just got to get in that right mindset.
Now we move on to our third game of the series, Dave. Truth, camouflage now could be a big factor in this one.
Yeah, camo could be maybe what Scary needs to turn this around. I think camo could be a very strong power up for a player who can play passive and such, and maybe it won't be as powerful in the hands of Neptune if Scary is able to slow down the game a bit more. But then again, it's also really tough to think that Scaryotic can turn this around based on the last 2 scorelines. It just feels like Neptune is outclassing him in so many ways. It feels like he gets a kill or 2, has better spawn traps, is winning the 1v1 neutral fights. Just feels like, you know, we've seen a couple great moments from Scaryotic, but he hasn't been able to string together things like Neptune has been able to.
Let's see if we can see some more spawn traps from both of these players in this third game. And of course, this is a best of 5. So Scaryotic has to pull off the reverse sweep right now. Neptune only needs 1 more game to take home $1,000 and become a 1v1 champion. You see a battle going down, and early on, Neptune's going to win that battle. And not only that, he looks at Scaryotic. He picks up the camouflage, and that look just said 1,000 words.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if it was just the stare there or also the camo delay. I wouldn't say as much of a delay as more so making sure that he has those few extra seconds for when Scaryotic's actually alive. So I think I don't disagree with that play a bit, but yeah, just kind of that cold-blooded stare on his body.
It's scarier. Just see someone look at your body, letting you know they just won that initial battle. But Scary doing a good job here to stay alive. He was pushed, he was taken down to no shields. Neptune still has that green gun though and puts it to use. Let's stay on board with Neptune here. Still has some camouflage to work with, only a little bit, but he has, I believe he spotted out Scaryotic there. Didn't actually see him though, so
no, he didn't.
Now going to be repositioning over on top car.
So what Neptune's doing at this moment was assuming first off that Scaryotic would spawn over at blue 1 or blue 2. Did not see them, even though we did not see Scaryotic, even though we both assumed he did. And so after that, started to go take blue side bit by bit. He has to realize like, all right, well, if I did not see someone spawn blue 1 or blue 2, blue bubble is the most likely spawn after that. If you're going to the assumption that players spawning on the blue half of the map.
Scaryotic aggressively pushing onto Neptune here. I kind of like this, to be honest. If he could have finished that kill, trying to catch Neptune off guard. Unfortunately, he gets taken down again. It's very difficult, even if you catch Neptune off guard, to finish the kill because his shot has been so electric so far in this game. Now you can see Neptune drop down P1 again. Gets the advantage. Both players no shields, and once again, when both players are no shields, it's Neptune who comes up trumps and wins the battle.
Another thing about that too, Neptune had like what, like a quarter of health left. Not talking shield, health, meaning that during that engagement, Scaryotic hit a couple body shots. So you got to keep in mind that Scaryotic also had a couple opportunities to maybe just close that out after he'd taken off all the shields.
Scaryotic waiting for this camouflage. Unfortunately, it's not there, and he's gonna get taken down by the grenade and the finish. And the timing of everything. That first camouflage
delay comes back.
Yeah, it comes back, and that's going to give the camouflage here to Neptune, and with a 5-2 lead, Scary's going to have to shut this one down quickly if he can.
Yeah, and Scary's in some big trouble right now. I mean, this is just not a comfortable spot to be in. Kind of stuck over in this bubble. Not sure any moment that Neptune's going to come around. Looks like Neptune assumes that Scaryotic went towards car 1 and is just kind of waiting him out right now. Realizes that Scaryotic has to be car 1. If not, he's going to deduce that he's over at red bubble or red 2. So it looks like he's about ready to check out red bubble. And does eventually do so. Must have heard some footsteps. That's one of the reasons why he probably busted out that that combo.
Great position in here from Neptune. It looks like Scaryotic has decided not to give Neptune...
He takes the honorable way out.
He falls on his own sword, essentially, there. And I think Scaryotic, he talked about how he can get into his own head sometimes. I think we've just seen an example of it there. It's tough though, isn't it, Dave, in this situation in 1v1s? It can be so frustrating. And that's what we saw, what was impressive about the first round we saw Scaryotic in. Even though, you know, he went down with those unfortunate kills. He went down 4-0, 5-0. He was able to keep his composure and come back into this one. I just feel like maybe this is too much of an ask for him to keep that composure in here, because you can see he's getting maybe overly aggressive, a little bit frustrated, and Neptune's just being able to take advantage of that.
I like that play though right there from Neptune as he tried to get that mid-air stick, assuming Scaryotic was just gonna jump in through the front. I think one of the reasons also that Scaryotic was able to come back throughout that last series was that I did feel like he heavily outclassed Marb in those 1v1 neutral engagements. You notice how every neutral engagement felt like Scaryotic was able to win, and the kills that Marb was getting on, especially early on, was just, you know, they weren't as consistent or high percentage of kills, like, you know, with, you know, a no scope or a great grenade and whatnot. But yeah, these ones feels like every time they're on even footing, it's pretty easy to say that Neptune is the one coming out ahead in those engagements. Neptune getting that perfect kill, getting the camo again, has a 5-kill lead. So right now he just has to play well for 5.5 minutes, and Neptune could be walking away with $1,000.
I don't think Scaryotic's going to want to see P1 again in this game. It seems like every time he goes there, as a camo's coming up, Neptune gets the better of him, and he's going to get the easy stick there, using that camouflage. Scaryotic not aware of his position. Now he's just looking for these spawns on the bubbles. 5 minutes left in this game. Those shots from Scaryotic just going to give away his position. I'm not sure if he did spot out Neptune. Now you can see him going for the stick.
It again. I respect it.
Not sure if he's actually realized where Scaryotic is, but
no, I think he
finally finds him.
Scaryotic's gonna just charge into the base after that. I would assume that'd have to be the play. And what a crazy little melee fire there. He got a couple of missed lunges.
Ooh,
and then
Scary.
Scaryotic getting the kill.
Finally, Scary gets something to shout about, and you know, there's still time left in this game.
Yeah,
it's down by.
It's not over, especially if Neptune is gonna be aggressive. It looks like Neptune's happy to challenge right now.
Looks like Scaryotic is not happy to challenge right now.
No.
Unfortunately, he looks like he might be filling up Neptune's bank account at this point. Does aggressively push here. Now he gets the beat down. Maybe that's the plan here for Scaryotic. Run at him. Give him the left hook and the right jab.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's that any sort of the game plan here, but there honestly could be some validity in the strategy where it's like, hey, if this person gets a bit of a lead, they're up 2-0 in the series, like maybe you lull them to a false sense of security, you just start to kind of shoot a bit towards the end, maybe like you hope Neptune kind of laxes up while you start to make a small little comeback in this game. But I think he's lulled him into more than a small sense of security. I mean, Neptune's looking pretty confident and safe right now.
He's giving him the code to the safe at this point. That's how safe this one is for Neptune. 12-5, just 3 kills to go now. Scaryotic's challenging everything at the moment. He's just trying to get something to shout about towards the end of this game. I think the camo might have just come up. You just hear it in the headphones there. Neptune would have heard that one. Looks to the green gun. Unfortunately, doesn't get the auto aim on it. Scaryotic going to jump up to B3. Somehow Neptune sees him out there, but Scaryotic gets the shots, gets the beat down now. 6 kills to go. Still 3 minutes in this game. Still a chance here for Scaryotic.
Yeah, still a chance. Looks like Scaryotic can do a nice little grenade there. Also gets hit by one, though, so that's a bit unfortunate there for Scaryotic. But surprisingly, Neptune's just going to play this smart. Looks like Neptune's going to kind of run away, try to buy some time while this camo's still out there. He must realize that the game still must be within reach, or must realize that the best way to challenge Camo is to make Camo come to you. If he's just kind of out there in the open, jumping out and challenging, that Camo's got to take his time, realize that he slows down location when the time is right.
Ooh, Scaryotic manages to get the beat down there. And I'm thinking about this right now. There's been, what, 2 kills? 3 kills, maybe? Where Scaryotic's kind of given up the kill. You know, you change that situation a little bit. You had a few kills on. This is a closer game. Maybe if he stays alive for 1 or 2 of those kills, like, this is a
3-kill game closer. Would not be a bad position to be in. I mean, 10-7 or something right now. Or even, yeah, if he's able to turn around one of those kills and just close that gap to 2. That would have been, yeah, much better, but it's starting to feel like it's starting to get a little out of reach. I mean, 6 kills. Neptune's already been playing great so far. I would expect Neptune maybe to slow this down here just to be safe here, unless he wants to try to challenge his next camo, which has got to be coming up soon. But looks like he's still just kind of running away and seeing what Scaryotic does. So I do like this play from Neptune, though. Just playing it smart. I mean, $1,000 on the line. You don't want to just blow this just because you've got 2-game lead, just because you have a 5-kill lead in game number 3. You just want to instill fear in your opponents. I remember when I used to compete back in the day, like in Halo 1, 1v1s, I was really good at 1v1s, and even in the game where I'd be up by like 15 or so kills, I would just treat it as if I was only up by a couple. I would want to just completely destroy the opponent. Like, I got to the point where there was a guy who was he was arguably a top 8 player. His name was Sight. He got matched up with me in a tournament, and he just forfeited the match. So,
well, maybe that's
I like to instill that sort of mentality in your opponents, and I like that. So I think maybe Neptune, playing it wisely towards the end, just saying, like, you know what, I'm not just gonna run out and, you know, just throw away a couple kills. I'm gonna let this be dominating scoreline. So Neptune walking with game number 3, 15-8, a dominating 3-0 here in the grand final. So that's gonna give him $1,000. He's gonna be winning his that's his 3rd, 2nd. No, that's his first. That's his first.
He's on the board. Wow, he's on the board.
That's a huge one. So huge props to Neptune, and honestly a bit more surprising too that that's his first with how good Neptune is.